Think of the youngest member of your whānau or family. What do you think they'll be doing in 2052, 30 years from now? What does the community they live in look like, and what roles will they play in their community? Do they feel as if they have a say on how their community is run, or is it hard for them to make their voice and values heard? What will they be eating, and where will it come from? Can they swim in local rivers and local beaches without jeopardising their health? Is the air that they breathe clean, and do they have access to affordable, clean transport options that support their well-being? If you could make Aotearoa New Zealand the ideal place for all young people to succeed in, what would you do? How will local governance align with iwi Māori to promote community well-being and operate under Te Tiriti Waitangi with the principles of partnership, participation and redress? You may already hold hopes and dreams for this child and the community they will be living in, as well as the possible future you'd like to think they could experience. Together, we have the opportunity now to make these hopes and dreams come true for the children that we love and the children that they, in turn, will be raising in 2052. So what do we know about 2052? 30 years from now, the population of New Zealand is expected to be over 6 million, with many of the additional people living in areas that are already densely populated, while some of our regions decline further in population terms. Today, there are already over 160 ethnic and cultural identities represented in our country, and this diversity is only expected to increase. By 2052, an unprecedented 25% of the population will be over the age of 65. Iwi Māori will have grown in economic and political strength, as well as population. There will be more rangatahi Māori in Aotearoa compared to those of other population groups. Pacifica youth will also be proportionately more numerous. Aotearoa is already losing species and ecosystems faster than nearly any other country. 4,000 of our native species are in trouble, with conservation efforts insufficient to stem the rising tide of those losses. What else might we have lost by 2052 without our determined action and kaitiakitanga? Extreme weather events such as high winds, heavy rainfall, droughts and heat waves are likely to be more frequent and intense. Flooding and coastal inundations, as well as wildfires, are likely to not only be more severe, but also far more commonplace than in the past. This is the situation we'll find ourselves in 2052. We still need to think about how we deal with water, waste and transport, about how and where we build, about how we keep people, infrastructure and ecosystems safe in the face of a disrupted climate, and about how our mokopuna can thrive in a low-carbon future. We will also need to think again about participation in local democracy, about how decisions are made and funded, about how and why we engage with our communities to plan and shape the natural and physical environment, as well as how we can get the best out of community-led initiatives that will help determine local identity and the future of the places we value. Local governance in all its shape and forms exists to promote community well-being now and in the future. Change on every front is before us. This means we must take a long, hard look at the strengths and shortcomings of our current systems so we can adapt these to make sure that future generations are free of the deprivation that currently holds some communities back. How can we co-design new structures which will empower all New Zealanders to enjoy happy, healthy and productive lives? This is a huge opportunity for our nation.